Well, hello YouTube, it is I, the Big D, coming to you live and in person to answer a question from a viewer. Actually, it's a good question. I may have gone over it before, but I am going to do the video on this specifically. But first, I'm going to address the videos between me and Alan that we're having some fun with, and apparently some of you guys are all taking it too serious. Alan and I poke fun at each other like this all the time. Okay, actually he's sweating that I'm catching up. Yeah, the heat is on. Coming for you, Alan. This is what you see in your rear view mirror is me coming for you. That's right. And I had another viewer say something about I was putting down Hotshotters. No, I'm not putting down Hotshotters. Excuse me. I point out facts, folks. You can take them the way you want them. The fact of the matter is, the most expensive line of work to get into out here would be a Hotshotter. Why? You got to go buy a $60,000, $70,000 truck. Then you're going to have to buy yourself a $20,000 trailer, so you're talking what? 90 grand? That's why a lot of them are getting out, because they tear the crap out of those vehicles. They got to buy all the ratchet straps and tarps and all that stuff and do all that work. Of course, they make more per mile. But go watch South Georgia Hotshot. He's driving a semi. What his name says? South Georgia Hot. Yeah, he got out of it. Big following, and he talks a lot about the pitfalls of hotshotting. So I'm not putting it down. I'm just relaying what they're saying. So yes, you get paid more per mile, but your overhead is twice. I mean, think about it. Your trailer's got 6 tires on it. Your truck may have 4 to 6 tires on it. Those are a lot of tires, and they're always having issues with those damn trailers. So, and then you're always having issues with the trucks. And if you go online and look up hotshotting videos, you're going to see a slew of people saying, well, I'm getting out of hotshotting. There's just no money in it. Is it the fact there's no money in it? Is there the cost of operating too high? And that's the problem out here, the cost of operation. Last night, the videos, I did my math. Alan can do the math the way he wants it. I mean, I just took what I make a week times 52. Ta-da! Well, yes, anything can happen. I could have a heart attack. Alan brought that up. True. Everything can change. That's true. It can do that in Expediting too. I mean, there's some big accounts that we ran at. They could go away. Or the freight goes way down. And if the automobile industry ends up where I think it's going, and based on people from inside of the major brand that I talk to, that's where it's heading. They're cutting back. So what happens? Less freight shipped, freight tightens up, rates drop, and drivers get out. This is a revolving door kind of thing with Expediting. You have the same thing with hotshotting. Can't even think of the name a second. You also have the same thing with courier driving, by the way. People come out, don't apply basic principles, fail, and get out. So that being said, we're just poking fun at each other, folks. So now to the question, how do I find a good medical courier company or a good courier company? Well, first thing is I can't tell you who's in your area. I had a guy call the other day and there weren't any in his area. If there's none there, I mean, it's like, what do you do? You're going to have to find a way around it if you want to do it, and you may have to go OTR, which is expediting, hotshotting over the road. And that's going to incur a lot more expenses. The highest one to get into, hotshotting. The next would be expediting. Why? We got to buy yourself a 40,000 plus van. You get that high insurance every month, and there you go. And your gas is higher, and you live on the road, and you have expenses that you have to cover like any other business. So it's expensive to get into. Courier driving is cheap to get into. You can make decent money. I don't have to make as much as the other two. The reason being, I don't have the overhead. Why don't I have the overhead? I can buy a $10,000 used Chevy City Express and drive it. Pay cash, got the van, done. Insurance actually is $66 a month, but in the video I rounded it to $100 to make it a nice round number. So, excuse me. How do you find the company? Well, if you're working already, I said go to I Am Courier Girl and watch her video, especially how she got into it. Now, what you're finding out she's saying is something I told her to do. I told her to go work part-time in the evenings. Don't quit her day job. Go part-time. Find out if you like it. If you do, go full-time. If you don't, didn't cost you anything. A week or two of your time, you had the time, And that's my advice. How do you find a good company? You have to go work for them. If you're working in the day, do some night work. Do a weekend work run. Find out what they have. See what you can actually get into with them. If you don't like that one, leave. Go to the next. You go to Google, courier companies. Boom, up comes a list. Call them up on the phone, ask them what their fees are, things of that nature is the one you feel comfortable with. Go try it. Now, you don't have to tell them you're just trying them out. You say, I like to work part-time in the evenings to start. Okay, fine. Or I want to work some weekends. Okay, fine. And you can judge it from there. It's the easiest way to tell you how to find these jobs. How do you think I got started? I picked up the phone, called someone up. Hey, okay, great. Went down. I worked evenings. Many years ago, but that's how I got into it too. That's how the best way to get into it is to put your foot in the water and see if it's warm. Now, she also said something that was interesting. She's like, people basically were discouraging her from coming out and doing this kind of work because I guess it isn't prestigious enough. And she told them basically to, the F off. Works great too. Don't worry about what other people think. If you're really serious about coming out, then come out. If you're serious about being an expediter, come out. Go work with an owner. See if you like it. If you want to be a hotshotter, maybe you should get in someone else's truck and drive it for a few weeks, see if you actually like it. But putting people down doing it is not something I was doing. I was pointing out the fact that they're getting out of that industry by the droves. Why? They're not making money. Right now, they're doing a lot of RV hauling, so they're keeping busy. But just remember, you pick up an Elkhart, you take it to Florida, you drop it off, guess what? You got to drive back up to Elkhart. That's called deadhead to get the next one. 2 days down, 2 days back, 2 days down, 2 days back. Okay, you see the problem. You're burning a lot of time. Their fuel cost is higher. Hotshotters get about 9 miles per gallon. Expediters, 19, 20. Couriers, 34 to, between 30 and 34, 29, 34, somewhere in here. My little against getting 29 right now because of the winter blends. But you can see the gas consumption usage. Also, that it relates to the pay you're getting. Hotshotters, up to about $2.50 a mile. Expediters, buck. Some people say they get $1.25. If they are, good for them. Generally, it's 95, and most of them, the good companies, are running at 80. Courier drivers are paid per the route or per the job. Once you get it, tweak it to your liking and save money. It's the easiest way to get into this work, is to basically go do it. So go out there. It's a little difficult. It's a little nerve-wracking, I know, to jump in, but do it part-time and don't quit your day job. Run a few routes on the weekend or something. Do something like that. See if you like it. If you don't, then get out. Don't go out and buy a van. Use your car. A weekend or two in a car is not going to put that many miles on it. It's not going to depreciate it into the toilet. You'll find out. If you don't like that company, try the next one. It's a week or two, you make a little extra money. Next one, find the one you like, stay there. Talk to them. Hey, I need to make X amount of money per week. I want to make $1,500 a week. How do I do that here? People are afraid to ask. You go in there and ask them, they'll tell you. Well, you can do this, this, and this. Wow, okay, I'll do that. And there you go. But there's no secret to finding a good company except for going out and doing it. You're going to have to go out and do that yourself. I can't say, this courier company is great, because A, I don't know. I am not from that region. I can tell you expediting companies that I think are good because you don't have to live where they are at. Barrett was in Arkansas, Bentonville. I'm in Ohio. I ran for them. I drove out there with the orientation. They lettered up the van. I got a load from there and went. Hotshotters are doing the same things. Only courier companies work near the office because they're local. It's a simple explanation to how it works. So you're going to have to make that decision whether or not this is right for you. We're just giving you the basic understanding how the system's working, how these 3 tiers work. Am I putting down hotshotters? No. This is what they're going through. Am I putting down expediters? No, this is what they're going through. Am I putting down courier drivers? No, this is what they're going through. I've never done hotshotting, but I've watched the channel, I've talked to them, they've told me. You have to decide what route you want. Courier drivers home every night. Expediters are on the road, over the road, OTR, over the road. They're going to be living in the back of the van. If you don't like doing that, then don't even consider it the field. It's silly. Hotshotter, you're going to be living in the back of the truck. If you don't like that, don't do it. Simple as that. If you want to be home every night, courier driving's in. It's the only choice between the 3. So that being said, you have to make that decision. The easiest way to find a good company is just go out, call them up, talk to them, find out the one you're comfortable with, and run nights. Run weekends. See if you actually like it. See if you can make money at it. If you can't, sorry, not for me, and you're done. Just that simple. The choice is yours. The information's yours. I'm not here to tell you how to, point by point, how to do this job. You're going to have to go out and do it because each company's different, by the way. And there's no way to give you a point by point. I can tell you the bullshit. I'm getting this box here. I pick up this box, $100. I get this box across the street for $100, and I get this one. And hell, I made $9,000 making. That's bullshit. Bullshit. I've been doing this way too long, folks. Okay? It doesn't work that way. And the couriers that are on this channel know it. I'm sitting here at my store right now doing this video because I'm done for the day and I'm going to run the store for an hour. But generally, I'm in the van. It's because I'm working. I've been up since 3:30. I'm tired. I've been out for 9-10 hours already. I'm tired. So when I get done here, I'm going to go home, lay down, take a nap, and probably go to bed at 7, 8 o'clock and go to sleep. Another day comes around. That's it. You got to put in time. Okay? 3:30, I'm rolling. They're looking to add some other stuff to the route, which will make it more profitable. So when I talk about the money I make, I just take what the jobs pay because it's the same every day. Every day I do the same thing. Times 52, and this is a projected income of this job. I'm a company, I'm a business, I'm my own business. It's called a income projection. Most businesses will do that. It's common business practice. And that's how they do it based on sales, the historic sales data. They can say that sales stay the way they are, I should project to this. Okay, and I'm seeing 3% growth, I can take 3%, there you go. Now, does it end up that way? No, why? Well, if I do have a heart attack, right, I'm not gonna make $102,500. Absolutely true. But, like it was brought up, what happens, like you were off a few days because of the ice storms. True, I lost that income, but the last 4 Fridays and 1 Monday, I did another route to pick up in Lexington. So everything I lost, I made back. So I'm still on track to be where I was supposed to be. If I take off 2 weeks for vacation, I'll lose about $4,000 to go on vacation. I get it. I can subtract it off. if they add another piece to this route, which they're looking at, which will bring it up another $400 or $500 a week, then my projected earnings are going to go higher. Yet to do it, my cost will stay low because I'm going there anyway. So you have to learn how to project your business income and things. I mean, Alan doesn't agree with the way I do it. He doesn't have to. There's things about how he does his math I don't agree with. It's personal preference. It's your business. How you do it is yours. Alan and I are not fighting each other. We're having some fun with it. This is all competitive nature of the two of us. I mean, we get out there on the road and give each other crap and push each other. That's what we're doing now. Look out, Alan. I'm coming for you. But that being said, I hope it answers your questions of how to find a good courier company to work with and how I basically do the math. I'm just doing a projection. Anything can change. That's absolutely true. But anything can change in expediting and hotshotting. Everything is fluid. But based on what's going on now, the time it's gone on, what's foreseen, and what the client is saying, I am in pretty good shape for the end of the year, up until next year. After that, it may change. Who knows? If it does, I'll just do something else, make money doing it, and Courier, and I'll pick up some other stuff and do it instead. You have to be flexible. This is Big D saying, like the channel, subscribe to the channel, and follow this channel, and share it to people you don't like. And remember, we're not being negative to other drivers. We're pointing out facts. Take them for what they are. If a channel says something I don't agree with, I'll generally say another channel, but there's two or three on them I actually brought out by name. And that was because they're not even doing it anymore. And they were making videos talking about how to be successful in the business, and they only lasted a week. I mean, come on. I will call you out for that. If you're going to do videos, at least do the job and have done it more than 3 months or a year. I mean, I've got 14 years in transportation. Alan's up there too. We've got the years. Alan's making good money. I can tell you that. I'm going to tell you what he's making. He can. He's making good money. He's doing a 6-figure income. I'm doing a 6-figure income. We've been doing a 6-figure income for years. How are we doing it? Well, we're applying principles that we both have come up with over the time. I mean, if you want to learn expediting, Professor Alan J. Paxton, School of How to Be an Expediter, and if you want to learn courier driving, come to Big D School of Courier Driving. We'll give you the fundamentals. You have to apply it. Later.